Once upon a time there was a land with forests and rolling fields. There were two kingdoms separated by a beautiful river. Each kingdom had many peaceful villages, and each kingdom had its own capital city with its own castle where the leaders lived. Atop each castle was that kingdom's flag. One kingdom was the people of the flowers, the other the people of the trees. There were trees and flowers in both kingdoms. It was just a matter of what they focused on. Even though they spoke the same language, they sang different songs and said different prayers. The people of the flowers appreciated the mystery of life and faith in the divine. The people of the trees tended to appreciate the depth of science and human reasoning. The people of both kingdoms were kind people who wanted to care for the land, their families, and make their kingdoms a better place. They gave friendly waves from a distance, but mostly the people stayed on their side of the river. And so it went for a long time. Over the years, the children and youth began to spend time together. This looks like a great swim spot. Can we play? This is an amazing climbing tree. Want to join us? They learned each other's songs, and the parents were happy to see the youth having fun with those from the other kingdom. Then the teachers from the separate kingdoms became friends. Why not work together and share our ideas and books? Yes, the new lessons were lively and engaging for both kingdoms. Some of the village elders saw the wisdom in what was happening. Sharing resources helps make us stronger. Let's consider becoming one village. Makes sense to me and me. Two villages on opposite sides of the river voted to become one. They built a bridge connecting their villages. Another village saw this, and they did the same. The people of all the villages heard about this, and so did the leaders in the castle. They wondered, what would it be like to combine our kingdoms? Could be interesting. Could be very complicated. They couldn't see an easy way to do this, and so quickly gave up the idea. But dozens of villages went ahead and voted to unite, and more bridges were built. Each kingdom had their own youth club for teenagers and young adults. They went for hikes and picnics and wished for more members, so the two clubs joined and formed the Society of the Young Rooted Ones. They created a new song from their old ones. It spread from the villages and across the land. It wafted through the walls of the castle, and the kings and queens and royal advisors all heard. They saw their children and youth playing and crossing the distant bridges. The royalty and advisors from both castles came down from the towers and met on an island, and agreed there were many good reasons why their kingdoms should join together or merge. But they found that it was still complicated. Both kingdoms loved to discuss big ideas, so there were lots of meetings. The people of the trees worried that the people of the flowers were just too different from them to form one kingdom, and the people of the flowers, who were a slightly smaller kingdom, were afraid that who they were and what they believed would get lost, so they drafted a set of agreements. More questions arose. Which castle should become the castle if we united? Which of our leaders would become the new leaders? Shall we use the word the or the word our in this paragraph? The adults spent nearly 10 years coming to agreements. Then they added amendments or changes to what they agreed upon. Finally, the day of the vote arrived. Nearly 2,000 representatives from the many villages and cities gathered together from both kingdoms, and when the votes were counted, the winning decision was clear. We will unite! A cheer rose up from the crowd. Between each city and village, we will build a bridge. Another cheer. The new kingdom had a rather long name, the people of the flowers and trees, but it made everyone feel included. Let's create a new flag. And so the work of this new experiment began. They would need a lot of open minds and listening with love going forward, but the people were excited to try out this new idea. Each year they celebrated the anniversary of their joining together, going down to the river to pray and give thanks for one another and what they might create together in the years ahead.